Hello fellow anglers and friends, welcome back to the channel. I'm your fishing buddy, and today we're diving deep into what promises to be an absolutely fascinating day on the water, the 3rd of October 2025. Get ready, because this autumn day in Ireland holds some serious potential, and I've got all the insights you need to make it a successful one. We're talking about a day where the fish could be incredibly active, especially with the conditions we're seeing. So grab your coffee, sit back, and let's uncover why this specific day might just surprise you with some fantastic catches. First up, let's talk about our freshwater giants, the pike. In early October, these predators are in full-on feeding mode, bulking up for the colder months ahead. This means they'll be aggressive and looking for a substantial meal. Where to find them, you ask? Focus on the drop-offs along the edges of any remaining weed beds, near submerged structures, or around river bends in lakes like Lough Mask or Lough Derg. They'll be ambushing baitfish as they gather. For tackle, go bold. Large lures are your best bet. Think big, brightly coloured soft plastics, deep-diving crankbaits, or even a well-presented deadbait on a float rig. Remember, a bigger profile can be irresistible to a hungry pike. Next, our saltwater superstars, the bass. Friends, October is historically one of the best months for bigger bass, especially along Ireland's south and southeast coast, like the famous Copper Coast, or around areas in Cork, Waterford, Wexford and Kerry. These strong fighters will be actively patrolling. Target deeper channels during the low tide where fish might be concentrated, and don't forget shallower, rough ground where baitfish seek cover. Lure fishing will be highly effective. I recommend tried and tested options like black minnows, slender, hard, needlefish-style lures, or even soft plastic worms. If you're into fly fishing, sand eel imitations or wake flies can work wonders, especially at night. Fresh bait, like a good chunk of lugworm or peeler crab, is also incredibly effective. The expected south-southeast breeze, though potentially strong, could push baitfish closer to shore, turning these areas into feeding hotspots. For those who appreciate the finesse of freshwater, brown trout will still be active, particularly on larger loughs. Concentrate your efforts on areas where you observe insect activity or where small baitfish are schooling. Traditional wet or dry flies can be very productive, as can small spinners or minnow imitations. Now let's break down the conditions for our chosen day, the 3rd of October. The Weatherbook's forecast suggests daytime air temperatures ranging from a mild 14 to 17 degrees Celsius across Ireland, falling to 8 to 12 degrees Celsius at night. We're looking at a south-southeast wind starting around 7 to 8 miles per hour in the morning and potentially picking up to 11 to 13 miles per hour by the afternoon, with gusts up to 33 miles per hour in exposed areas. While some forecasts suggest zero precipitation, the Met Office for Dublin indicates a possibility of light rain developing in the afternoon, increasing to a 60 or 70% chance by late afternoon and evening. This fluctuating pressure and potential for rain, combined with a brisk wind, might make conditions a bit tricky and require adaptability, pushing some fish deeper. Regarding ashore water temperature, with the average sea temperature around Ireland in October hovers around 13 to 14 degrees Celsius. Inland waters will also be cooling, but not drastically so. This cooling trend generally signals to predatory fish that it's time to feed aggressively before winter truly sets in. And what about the moon phase? On the 3rd of October 2025, the moon will be in a waxing gibbous phase, with an illumination of around 83 to 88%. This phase, approaching the full moon, is often linked by many anglers, myself included, to increased fish activity. It can stimulate feeding behavior due to increased ambient light at night and is often associated with stronger tidal movements in saltwater, which can bring baitfish closer to shore. Considering all these factors, my friends, the overall fishing assessment for the 3rd of October is going to be you're good to excellent for predatory species, though it might be fickle pay for others if the weather turns. The combination of cooling water, the actively feeding autumn patterns of pike and bass, and that promising waxing gibbous moon phase are strong positives, Expect active pike and determined bass, with brown trout also offering good sport. So there you have it, my friends. Get your gear ready, check those local regulations for salmon and sea trout, and prepare for an exciting day on the water. May your lines be tight and your catches be plentiful. No tail, no scales. If you found this forecast helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming fishing adventures. And tell me in the comments below, what are your go-to lures for pike and bass in autumn in Ireland? What's your favourite fishing spot this time of year? Share your tips and let's keep this awesome community growing. Tight lines, everyone!